Right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give yeah. Give people a few minutes to join. Don't miss nothing. Yeah, yeah. Put a little. Yeah, hold on. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to run, fight fire, get fire. We still can get burned. Fire, fire. Toy. Music born, knowing it's over.
Man. Chop it up podcast, man. You chopping it up right now with Hawklyfe, man. Loud Mob. Actually, one half of Loud Mob is in the building. Y'all
Yeah,
give it up, man, for Lyric Crisis. Lyra is in the building.
yeah.
Yeah,
Boy,
man.
big
Y'all
dog.
know.
Got
Talk
to,
to him.
you know, shit. I'm here another day. I'm
You,
alive.
you already knew. You see it at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying? Follow him on YouTube at Lyric Lyra and follow Chifa at Chief YZ on YouTube.
Oh yeah, shout out to Chifa. Couldn't be here today, but um, he'll be showing his parents pretty soon. He's working. Working, doing some major moves and shit.
Absolutely, man. Uh, y'all know we gonna be just talking and shit, putting some announcements. I told you I had something special for y'all. We're gonna talk about for the end of the year. First and foremost, we're gonna get straight into the end of the year. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like I told y'all at first, we got the Christmas concert. Make sure you sign up for that. I've been sending the link out. DM me if you need the link. Make sure you sign up for that. You know what I'm saying? We need singers, we need producers, we need sponsors, whatever that you can bring to the table. If you think you got something that you can bring to the table, sign up, man.
We need
Discount
everybody.
graphic designers, all that, man. We trying to put a dope Christmas event together, so definitely sign up for that.
Bring all the reinforcements. We need everybody.
Yes, sir. Everybody. Also, And I'm gonna tell this to the people that be out there trying to you know what I'm saying, trying to jock the flavor, trying to take the flavor. I ain't no hater, and I ain't this ain't no shots fired just yet. I ain't no hater, and I ain't y'all do what y'all do, but just know don't take my idea, cause I'm about to put it out there. Do not take my idea. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all niggas be out your ideas still, you know what I'm saying? And don't want to give credit what credit due. Stop all that.
Oh,
Anyhow,
you know what I call them? You know what
what
I
you
call them?
call it?
I call them copy and paste. That's what I call them.
Copy and paste.
I mean,
That's
they just like a
appropriate.
copy machine. They just like a copy machine. You know what I mean? They're not original. That's all they can do. Just make duplicated copies.
Damn. Copy and paste. That's so original. Right? That's what they all copy and paste. But to the copy and paste people out there, you know what I'm saying? But to everybody else out there, man, also we got the first annual Chop It Up award show, man. At the end of the year, every artist, every beat maker, everybody that I've encountered, this award show is for you. It's gonna be one of the dopest award shows we putting together, and we're gonna pick our artist of the year. We're gonna pick our song of the year. We're gonna pick our group of the year. It's gonna be crazy. Just know that the Chop It Up first annual award show is coming, man. Yeah, yeah, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about to be crazy. Just know you heard it from the
He
horse's
said,
mouth first. So when anybody else try to jump on the bandwagon and do something with their podcast or da 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 da, they stole that from me. Just know
he
that.
said,
They stole that
he
from us.
said,
This is Chop It Up podcast. They stole that from us.
he
We
said,
started this shit first.
he said it's going down like Young Jock got perm in his hair. God damn.
It's going
Yeah.
down.
Well, all the smoke. Hashtag Chief YZ.
Huh.
Damn.
Hashtag, hashtag cheaper wise, hashtag loudmouth, all that, man. Also, I've been in the lab. I've been cooking. I was telling my guy Lyric, I've been in the lab. I've been cooking for the mixtape. My brother's keeper coming soon. I've been in the lab cooking. Do not miss it. It's about to be crazy. Shout out. I want to shout out live. Shout out Dirt TV. If I say the name right, Dirt City TV for sharing my diss track. Which is crazy for them because they doing major things over there. So for him to do that, shout out to him. Shout out to young Chris. I interviewed him on Instagram. I'm waiting on the video so I can repost it to YouTube. My first New Orleans artist, first hometown artist. It was a dope interview. He August 6th, UNO Lakefront Arena, New Orleans, Louisiana. If you in the building, make sure you get tickets, man. Go check it out. Moneybag Yo, Young Blue, and Young Chris. That's going down, man. In my
You
city,
know,
man.
I'm gonna be there. You said New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
All right,
For
loud mouth about
sure.
to show up. You already know.
August 6th, it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna tee up, they're gonna turn up to the end of summer bash. It's gonna be crazy. Um, Definitely tune into that. I see Mom Dukes in the building. I had to shout out them 'cause my Mom Dukes is in the building.
Yeah.
I see her. Uh, but yeah, man, definitely, man, it's a lot going on. Oh, side note, man, in news today, it seems like there will not be a Martin reboot. You know what I'm saying? Which is unfortunate because we wanted Martin to come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's unfortunate. They say it ain't gonna feel the same without Tommy being in it because you know the real Tommy, Thomas passed away. You know what I'm saying? They say it wouldn't be the same without him. So
No.
that's why the reboot may not never happen, which is cool and that's understandable. So
Yeah. Keep it original. You know what I mean? Martin was sure. A lot of people look up to Martin. You know what I mean? I mean, I would keep the cast original as well. You know, I mean, Tommy did his thing with the bowling career. You know, he was a bowler. You know, uh, it's sad that he's gone, especially if they was trying to plot on making a reboot. You know what I mean? Definitely, I agree.
absolutely. Also, later tonight, do not miss tune in. We have a special watch listen party, watch party. Um Loud Mob. We're gonna be listening to some of their mixtapes, man. We're gonna get our thoughts on it at the end, man. But we want y'all to tune in and listen with us, man. Straight flame, straight fire, man. You know it's gonna be another movie tonight, man. Thanks to everybody that supported last night. It was a movie. It was crazy last night.
Oh yeah,
Let's
we
keep elevating and doing what we do over here.
in here.
You know? Yes, sir. Also, to my battle rap people out there, really quickly, August the 14th, KB versus Terry Levert championship match card. They're gonna have other battles on the card. That's gonna be epic. If you want to be a part of it, hit me up. Y'all know where to hit me up at. Hit me up in the Discord. Hit me up, man. We'll get that put together. We're working on that card. But August 14th, 7 p.m. Central, man. Live, YouTube. You know what's going down. Um, yeah, man. To get in today, man. Y'all know I had some publicized beats. I done got on some niggas' asses. I just murdered another nigga. Man. I'm tired of putting people in the grave. Stop coming for me if I don't send for you.
I'm
You
not.
know what I'm saying? Straight
I'm
up.
not.
That's
I'm
all I
not
gotta
scared.
say. And my shots fired signal. Stop coming for me if I don't send for you.
I
You know
ain't
what I'm
tired.
saying?
I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. You know what I mean? It makes you better in the end. You should. You
True.
know what I mean? You should. I'm humble. I'm humble, but at the same time, I mean, hey, I want it. I want all the smoke. You feel like you good? Hey, step up. You know what I mean? Y'all done already saw the cover of the Hitter mixtape. You know what I mean? Sure, you just become member of the Op Pack. You know what I mean? You get to have your name on the cover. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Facts, man. Stop coming for me, man. If I don't send for you, don't come for me. But for the but for the ones who thought it was smart to come for me, you know what I'm saying? Them 180 something views and still going says otherwise. Quit while you behind. You talking about your diss track and all that. It's not irrelevant.
It ain't
Focus
clapping.
on your network, and that's all I gotta say. Other
It ain't
side
clapping.
notes, other things that's going on in the world today. Yeah, I know Lyric working on another mixtape. I'm pretty sure Chief was working on another mixtape. Like
Yeah.
I said, you know what I'm saying? 10 p.m. tonight, we gonna vibe out to some dope ass loud mob music. So tune in for that. Excuse my language. Tune in for that. That's gonna be crazy. Just yeah, man. There's so much going on in the world. COVID-19 is running rapid. There's different variants. I would tell people mask up, man. Take the vaccine at your own risk. Um, well, from what it seems, even the vaccine not working. So I don't know. That's why I'm always in a mixed bag about that. People ask me, is you gonna take the vaccine? I'd be like, no. I feel
Um,
like it's quick. I don't know. What's your opinion? What's your opinion?
just in case anybody asking me if I want to take it, I ain't taking it. There ain't nobody in the world that's gonna make me take it. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna take it, man. I done seen too much things. You know, I'm just gonna say this. You know what I mean? Stay educated, stay woke. You know what I mean? Just learn about the vaccine. You're up, you're down of it. You take it, you take it. I ain't knocking y'all. You know what I mean? Some people, unfortunately, they have to take it. You know what I mean? Like, we have to protect our elders at the end of the day. They getting older, and it's already enough doctors and stuff trying to push medication, everything down their throat and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not fair. You know what I mean? We should have our mamas, daddies, aunties, grandmamas, and everybody, alive longer. You know what I mean? And as far as that, I don't really rely on men made stuff, especially if it's made by men.
Hmm.
I ain't trying to mess with it. I'll mess with stuff that's supernatural. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and that.
Yeah. I'm kind of skeptical myself. I'm like, I don't know, is that gonna know I ain't taking it. I don't,
Yeah,
but I do practice safety precautions. I wear my mask, all that. I, I um, I heard that Biden implemented all federal employees had to be vaccinated, and I seen like
he
Walmart
did.
and a lot of those big stores also implemented that all their employees had to be
Yeah, he
vaccinated.
did. So did
So I,
uh, so did the federal. They're trying to do it where if you're a federal employee as well, you got to be, wearing masks and stuff too. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
keep that mask up. Don't take the mask off like we partied too with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Mask off. You know what I mean? Just keep that
yeah,
mask up. You know what I mean? And hey, you be good, man. Make sure y'all 6 feet away from people. Y'all stay distance. You know what I mean? It's not safe. I hear a lot of rappers talking about some we outside, we out here. Nah, bro, y'all was already out there. You know what I mean? And y'all gonna be one of the first ones to get sick. You know what I mean? Just stay humble and just know that this ain't forever. You know what I mean? It ain't forever. Just
True,
have fun, be creative. You know, get to know yourself. You know, this is the best time to do something creative for your woman. You know what I mean? Do something at home. You know what I mean? Now you got the extra time to, be romance and everything else. Good time to make, well, not a good time to make babies. So you might want to wait on that. But, you know.
true, true. Um, I had the opportunity to watch some of the concerts from Rolling Loud. And one of them that
Yeah.
I got to watch that was the most controversial was the baby's concert. But before we get into that, first of all, I want to congratulate him because him and Daniel Lynn had have a baby on the way. So congratulations to the baby and Daniel Lynn. But a lot of people took fault into what he said because he and I quote, and he correct me if I'm not quoting him all the way clearly right. He said, if you're a fan, he said if you female such and such, um put your cell phone lights on. Then he said if you're a guy who don't believe in sucking D, turn your camera lights on. A lot of people took offense to it. I, look, I feel like if a person of a certain sexual orientation have a right to say and feel how they feel. A person that's on the opposite spectrum should also have the right to say and feel how they feel. He shouldn't be crucified for saying how he felt because it's freedom of speech at the end of the day. It's not. I don't think it was hate speech. I don't think it was meant that way. But that's the way it was taken, and I heard that a lot of brands stuff was falling back, which is unfortunate because they're playing both sides of the fence. You know,
Well, I'm going to say
and
this.
shout out to people like Boosie who backed him up, and said what he said because he must say some controversial stuff. He said because if he was there and Lil Nas X was dancing naked on stage, he'll beat his ass. Excuse my
I'm going
language, because he got children. He made a point that people got children, and you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? It's one
to,
thing of being your way, and there's another way of doing stuff that's inappropriate. So I can agree. So my opinion on it is, I don't feel like the baby was wrong. I feel like he had a right to say how he felt. Like he said, it was his concert, that was his fans, and if they disagreed, they could have left, but they
well,
stayed and they stood out with him.
well,
You know what I'm saying? So I get where he coming from.
I feel like this, man. You from Louisiana. You from Louisiana. You're a Louisiana native. I'm a
Mm,
North Carolina native. So, to speak on the Boosie, which from Louisiana, speaking on, the baby, which from North Carolina, you know what I mean? The way how I feel about it is this, man. Look, I think a lot of people wasn't listening. They heard what they want to hear.
mm,
You know what I mean? They wasn't listening. That's our problem nowadays. You know what I mean? That's why
yeah,
we got a lot of things going in the world. We're too exceptional. You know what I mean? The way
yeah,
I feel about it is this. Look, I don't think the baby's wrong. Honestly, I'm gonna back that nigga up. And little Boosie. I'm back both of them up. Because where I see it is this, man. Look, yeah, they dropped the track. It was good. You know what I mean? For us, the music and everything else like that, whatever. I see where, Lil Nas X is going with it. Basically, as people hate him in the industry and this and that and everything else like that. But the thing about the matter is that the baby was basically saying, hey, look, like, if you sucking D out in the parking lot, you know what I mean, just to get here to my show, you know what I mean? Basically, if you ain't doing that, put your, light on your phone up. If you back
yeah,
there, you know what I mean? If you a female and like you doing this, I don't basically saying is that look, man, all that ratchetness shit, keep that shit at home. Like you came to see me. You know what I mean? I'm come to entertain you, not just entertain you. Let's just have a gangster ass, you know what I mean, party, you know what I mean? Like, leave all that fuck shit behind. You know what I mean? That's basically where I see it. But at the
yeah,
same time, the way I see it is that I don't think really he was like taking shots at that in the way he was when he was talking about the man and shit. Because, of course, he's the baby. He gonna say some shit like that. But at the same time, I agree with Hawklyfe. You got kids that's young in this world don't know who they want to be. Let's look at Dwayne Wade's son, for instance. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
You got kids that's young, don't know who the hell they want to be. We don't have strong parents living in households anymore. You know what I mean? So I
True.
mean, like they looking at these industry people and they're like, I want to grow up to be like them, and they should set example. Basically, what the baby is saying, because he has a daughter. I have a daughter.
True.
You know what I mean? So and said that what little Boosie was saying. By little Boosie being a Louisiana native, I mean shit. We already know how they go, as far as Dirty South and shit, same thing, you know what I mean? Like give these men a chance to like who they want to like, and then at that, if they grown up or they're old enough to know what this or that is, if they say this, then support them. But at the same time, is the baby also mentioned the fact that some of y'all people in the industry, I'm just gonna say where it is, y'all just want these fans and these promotions and stuff like that from the other people to support y'all, which I find that kind of fake. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
not really real fans at the end. So basically, it's like the last results of your career not dying is to get these votes by these people and make them feel like this. That's technically what I think Little Nas X is doing. His career is already going in the grave. He can't steer away from Old Town Road. You know what I mean? Like he's doing everything and anything possible, and it took for two niggas to speak out to say something. You know what I mean? That nobody else is saying. I think people need to applaud them. To be real, you know
absolutely.
what I mean? Because it takes somebody courage to say something like that, especially to be in front of your face every day to give y'all what y'all love to listen to and to hear or to get you through life. You know what I mean? So I think as we as people, we're not understanding, we're not comprehension. We're doing a lot of hearing what we want to hear, but we're not actually listening. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
math adds up at the end of the day the way I see it. So I stand behind my niggas.
Absolutely.
You know what
I
I mean?
stand behind them too. I like I said, I totally agree with what they were saying and understood what they were saying. For the ones, the LGBT community, TQ, all them. Look, if I don't get all the letters right, do not crucify me. There's so many of
Yeah.
them. But I understand
Where
why
y'all
they
coming
took
from?
offense to it, but also they need to understand why he said it. It's two parts. The problem is people don't sit down at the table and have a conversation. That's the
Yeah.
problem. They be ready to cancel you. It's this damn cancel culture. If you sit at the table and get to know a person, you can't speak on a person you don't know, and that's the problem. You're speaking off what a person say and not how they act and how they do.
Right.
And when you do that, it causes a lot of confusion and division. And I don't think that's where he was going with it. And then I'm disappointed, and I wanted to point this out. I'm disappointed at Chris Brown because we have enough of Karens and everybody else telling our athletes and everybody to shut up and dribble and this and that. And for him to make the comment to be able to shut up and just do his performance
I
and
didn't know
leave,
that.
yeah, that was a sellout ass move, and I don't respect it.
Oh, Chris Brown. Damn, nigga. You
Yeah,
Oh no. Damn,
yeah,
that's
he
that's that's
told he
fucked up.
told him to
That's
just shut
fucked
up, do
up.
his performance, and leave.
See, and back in the days, we had a bridge. Back in the days, we had a bridge in music. Nowadays, that bridge has collapsed. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, honestly, if you just sit back and you observe, then you will honestly see what niggas literally either sold they soul, want the
Hmm.
fame, want the money, or you know what I mean? Like you can see these shits because people would start arguing shit for no reason. They would start wanting to
True,
try to put their 2 cents in, you know what I mean, knowing damn well it can't even make a dollar. You know what I
true.
mean? So, I'm disappointed in Chris Brown too, man. Like, as far as
Yeah,
real niggas' point of view, like you're gonna have a lot of like, you know, making up to do for that shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
niggas ain't gonna let that shit go.
He was a combo because he wasn't saying that when them same people was defending him when they talking about he did to Rihanna.
Not
You know
just
what I'm
that.
saying? And
What
then you come out making excuse my language, come out making hoes ain't loyal. So somebody else needed to shut up and sing at that moment, but you was making hoes ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see like I hate when people like I said that's that playing both sides of the field. But the baby did respond. And he said these niggas, and
mm-hmm.
I quote, these niggas is using the gay agenda
Yep.
to get some clout.
Yep. Exactly what they doing. Exactly what they
You know what
doing.
I'm saying? Or to be relevant. I want to say it the way he said, I think he said to be relevant. Again, or something like that. I know I ain't quoted word for, y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't quoted word for word. but I'm pretty sure that's what he said to be relevant. Nah, to be back relevant. And he had every right to get on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Two, I'm give him his props for being a stand up. Something else that happened that night at Rolling Loud. First of all, I want to shout out some of them sets. Like I said, the baby had probably by far the best set of the night, the most energy. He's definitely held it down for the Carolinas. Um, uh, Kodak Black set was hot. He held it down. Feeble Foreign set was hot. Welcome Home, Young Gunner, his set was hot. You know, he held it down for the Woo. Bobby Smurda was crazy. Had it lit.
Trippy Red,
Trippy
Trippy
Red.
Red. Coley
Uh,
Way, Coley Way had nothing but crickets.
yeah,
He
that I
had nothing
don't
but
be
crickets.
understanding about Carly Rae. Like her songs go crazy, but when she do her live performances, crickets.
I know what it is. It's because a majority of her songs is on TikTok, all right? You got
Okay.
young kids that's listening to it, all right? But at the same time is that she don't have that star power to really gain enough attentions from a different age group. She just
Mm.
don't have it. They don't really fuck with her like that. Not just that,
Well, let
but
me ask you, not to cut you off. So let me ask you,
what's up?
when she said that Benzino wasn't supportive of her career in the beginning, was he wrong now?
Okay,
Or
but that
did he
was
see something that made him not
I
want to give it 100%?
all right. I'm about to talk about that. So around that
Mm,
time, Eminem was having that beef. Remember?
mm,
All right. So look, Pete Game though, Pete Game. So I believe that a lot of people was just finding out that Corley Ray was Benzino's daughter.
right,
But who dated Corley Ray?
mm,
Trippie Redd.
right.
So the couple music videos that she had and shit, she had a love letter to you too.
Mm,
In the back and shit, shooting messages at Trippie Redd. I think personally, I think Trippie Redd kind of had that kind of set up to where, like he kind of killed her damn career. To be real with
mm,
you, you know what I mean? I mean, shit, that's just like Alex. Look at Alex. That's Trippie Redd's ex as well. Whenever he made that song Corley Ray and he was like, I can't remember right off, verbatimly, the song shit, but he was like, when you was with me, you was a genius. But now that you're not with me, he was like, you're basically looking stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like you going out here like any other, female would do with saying this and that, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when he wrote Love Letter to You Too, I understood it and I took it personally in a whole different level. Like, I was like, you know what? Like, this man's really pointing his heart out. He's really saying a lot of things that a lot of people is not catching that's going over their head. So I think that Corley Ray was trying to get clout off of her dad and
mm,
Trippie Redd, and it just wasn't gonna fly like that because there's a lot of fucking fans, excuse my French, there's a lot of fans that supports Trippie Redd, like how XXX Tentacion. First off, they all pretty much grew up together. So of
mm,
course she wasn't gonna get no clout for that. Then she tried her dad. She ain't get no
mm,
clout for that neither. You know what I mean? And Eminem and everybody else ain't gonna go for that neither. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be like, hey man, talk to your daughter. She's tripping.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like she
right.
messing up money. So of course, anybody gonna go for that. Plus two, she's targeting, like she's targeting a different set of age group that's not making her relevant enough, especially with the songs that she's doing and her image basically portraying. Don't get me wrong, it's a high image, but at the same time, I mean, like, it's just not clapping like that. You know what I mean? So I don't really think that Coily Ray ever gonna become a thing. And if she does, it's just gonna be a one-hit wonder every time. That's why when she had, Pooh Shiesty on her song, with Big Purr, you know what I mean? Like the shit was bumping. You know what I mean? So when she was singing that song, yeah, the crowds got hyped and shit because of Pooh Shiesty, you know what I mean? By him being signed by Gucci Man, this and that shit, you know what I mean? But that's all what it is, man. Like, but
Yeah,
shout out to my nigga Duke Deuce. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't talking about him. He's he's another damn good artist. You know what I mean? That's trying to bring
yeah,
crunk music back. And he actually
yeah,
did bring crunk music back. You know what I
yeah.
mean? From Memphis, Tennessee, Tennessee. You know what I mean? My little sister born in Memphis. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like, like there's a lot of artists that's getting overlooked that's coming up, but then there's other artists that's trying to get their foot in the game, and they got their foot
Absolutely.
in the game because of connections. But then when it all comes down, they see like I can't do it. They want help either from relationships or parents because they parents was pretty much a celebrity already and this next et cetera. I mean the way I see about it is like you got to get your own stripes. You gotta build up and get your own career started just like everybody else did. You know what I mean? You can't have no handout. It don't go hand in hand.
True.
You know that math don't add
Absolutely.
up.
Absolutely, man. I feel like Cola Ray was, I would say she's not fully 100% industry. She still got the commercial thing going, like you said, about her being big on TikTok. TikTok is a gift and a curse to some artists.
It is.
Um,
You know.
in Soldier Boy's case, it was a gift. He
Well,
can play, she make it clap, and Rick and Morty add Rolling Loud, and that bitch will take off.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's a gift and a curse for certain artists. And just I don't know if it's the way she presented or they think she gonna come in twerking and dancing. And I hear a lot of people in the comments because they ain't got no filters. They be like, the she, dancing ain't gonna get it,
Nah,
twerking ain't gonna get it.
we done seen it all before. You know what I mean? We done seen it all. Like you got Megan Thee Stallion doing the same thing. You got Cardi B doing the same thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We done seen it all before. So it's all about creativity at this point. Like, what can you
no,
do? How can basically you selling yourself? You know what I mean? What can you
absolutely.
do? What can you do to show the whole nations that I'm still, I'm still relevant? Because if you ain't
Yeah,
relevant anymore, then 8 years go by, as Ice Cube said, you know what I mean? The game always changed every 8 years. You know what I mean? So
mm,
8 years, you gonna be like how Ti did before Ti made a remix of his own remix of his song. You know what I mean? Which actually bumping today. Shout out to Ti. No,
yeah,
not Ti. T Pain. My bad. I'm sorry.
yeah. Shout out T
T Pain.
Pain.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shoot. Same.
Little side note, really quickly, man. He mentioned Ice Cube. Ice Cube was on $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly. Happy birthday to Gilly, by the way, because today is Gilly's kid birthday. He doing a live episode of the podcast in Philly. So I can't wait till that drop and I can check that out. But yeah, happy birthday to Gilly, man. One of the OGs in the game. An OG, not an old
Yeah,
fleek as he see.
yeah.
Um,
Happy C Day,
but
Low.
yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, man. It's crazy that you mentioned what you mentioned about the girls and showing people some other than twerking and such and such, which brought up a lot of points that a lot of people were saying that, and a point that I think is necessary to talk about is: do we think that women selling sex in videos is that good for our children to be influenced by? Even with I know that the male artists, because I don't want to see male, that word I'm trying to say, I can't get it out, male nova statistic, whatever, that even with the rap part and the violence, they can point out that the violence, our children influenced from the violence. Can we say our daughters are influenced from the because it's like all the music that the females are making, shake your ass, they half naked. You got this going on, you got that going on. As a father of a female, how do you think that affects your child? And how do you feel about women making music like that?
Well, first off, you know, I'm old school because my mama, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
shout out my mama, you know what I mean? But and my dad.
yeah,
So I mean, to a certain extent, I control what's being listened to in my house. You
mm,
know what I mean? And like, both my baby mamas, we agree on the same thing. You know what I mean? We
man,
control exactly what's being heard in our house. We control what they see as well. A lot of people don't do that. It depends on what type of,
true,
kind of environment you live in, which I understand it. You know what I mean? Like, if you live in a down low poverty and you having a lot of hood shit going on, you gonna listen to a lot of hood shit. If you're more in the upper middle class, whatever, you tend to use filters a lot. But you have a lot of, parents that be over tripping about different type of music sometimes now. So the understanding and logic is just not there at that point of the pyramid, the way I feel like, you know what I mean? The more up you go, you have a more classier event. So you carry yourself to a certain way. That's what I believe. That's my opinion. But as far as my daughters, I don't really have that problem. They do like, certain, female artists and stuff. But at the same time, I talk to them, I educate them on it as a child, level, period. And, explain to them like, hey, look, like this woman's not, she's not good. This is what she's doing, et cetera, et cetera. Because it's important for our females to know exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean? Same thing for, our little men, our little soldiers. You know what I mean? I explain to them same thing, music about,
Yeah,
little Nas X or this and that, whatever, whatever, you know what I mean? I explained the game to them too. That's the thing that I was talking about earlier. We don't have a strong backbone in the family to talk about things that's going on nowadays, to educate
yeah, cause these
kids
parents soft
now.
as hell. Yeah,
They're soft. That's exactly what, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what I posted on my Facebook the other day. You know what I mean? Like parents
yeah,
are soft, you know what I mean? You can't blame them, blame yourself. You
yeah,
failed. You failed. You felt your kids. You felt your whole generation at that. You failed, bruh. You know what I mean? Math adds up. You failed. You know what I mean? Like I don't
yeah,
care who get offensive about it. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier. You know what I mean? I want all the smoke. Period. You know what I mean? Like you can literally sit down with me and really have a debate or a discussion about it. We'll talk for hours. You know what I mean? But at that point, you're not going to get around to me. You ain't gonna get me because I can think of plenty of reasons. I stay woke. My mind is so open. But the thing is that I don't have them problems because I control music, even with my music. You know
mm,
what I mean? My music is not good, not suitable for little kids. And they know that. There's some songs that my kids do listen to. There's some
mm,
songs that they do not listen to. We could be in the
mm,
car going grocery shopping and anything, you know what I mean? They be like, yo, play Uncle Chifa's song, you know what I mean? He made a song called Juice, you know what I mean? And
mm,
in the background, juice, you know what I mean? And stuff like
yeah,
that. Same thing with, my songs, red light, stop, green light, you know what I mean? Kind of,
yeah,
unfortunate that the baby made a song called Green Light, Red Light, but even
yeah.
still, you know,
We
that's
we
just
know
how
who
it
you
is.
was talking to.
Yeah, we know.
14, do not entertain that. Did you see him knocking nigga out? He don't care how tall you is. Anyhow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Had to
Hmm.
make that shot.
But I don't only have that problem, and I feel like as a female artist, I understand it to a certain degree. It's hard for them. It's
Yeah,
hard for them because the way how the world is shifting and changing nowadays, like how can you make music when majority of older females, their contents are like this? You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they know it. I mean, look at Cardi B, for instance. She was twerking and shit, whatever. And her daughter came in the room. She shut that motherfucker off quick as hell. Excuse my French. So obviously they know that. They know it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think that, they have to do what they have to do. And it's sad.
true.
But we need more. We need a lot more of female artists then, if that's the case. And we need a lot of female artists. Damn, look at Queen Latifah, for instance, back in the days, before she did what she did. You know what I mean? Like Queen Latifah back in the days, made a whole unity of, who you calling a bitch. You know what I mean? And she turned that into a positive. We need a lot more females. That case, certain females can listen to this, certain females can listen to that, and certain females can listen to this. That's how we'll pretty much straighten the energy and the vibe of music when you listen to female artists again. It's a simple solution, but we don't have too many female, rappers because every time that we look at a new female artist, there's only a couple of them, right? There's only a
Right.
couple of them that they're always playing. It's always Nicki Minaj. Before Megan Thee Stallion was Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, then was Trina, and then there was Little Nas, Nicki Minaj, Trina, and then boom, one fell off, and then it's Faith Evans. Then it was Nicki Minaj, this and that. You know what I mean? Like one female always fall off, and I get it because of family at home, pregnancy, this and that, whole nine yards and stuff, love relationship. Look at Aaliyah, for instance. You know what I mean? RIP to Aaliyah, shout out to her. But so it's hard. It's hard for a female artist, and I understand that. It's a lot
Yeah,
hard. It's a lot of complications with that, and I understand it. But at the same time, is there got to be some type of balance with that. That's just the way how I see it. You know what I mean? And then that will not affect the females growing up to be an adult or a woman, in their life, pretty much.
yeah. I agree. It's a thin line on that, just like with men. Like I say, even with men and with the violence. So it's a thin line. So I understand it.
Yeah,
I understand it. I would like more artists to go into the positive, but I also understand doing what you got to do to eat. But
Yeah,
also, like you said, when it comes down to at the end of the day, it's parenting.
yeah. That's just like males, for instance, just like what you said with the violence and stuff. It's a shame that as we as men have to carry ourselves where, boom, we're gonna pop at the ops going to drop, got the street on lock, going to make it pop. You know what I mean? Like it's a shame, but at the same time is that we used to have artists where R&B was a real thing. I think
Hmm.
music just changed in general, and it's just our generation just not teaching as much as we was, or like as
Absolutely.
the '80s was teachings, you know, 2000s or the '60s was teaching the '90s. You know what I mean? Like we're just not teaching that anymore. We're just being too exceptional, accepting of this and that, and just letting it be what it is now. And now it's just, oh yeah, I roll with this group. I roll with this group. I'm co-signing this group. I can't say too much. I have to pretty much not say anything, not speak my piece. But everybody always say, speak your mind, speak your opinion, and this make you a real nigga. But at the end of the day, in front of everybody else, the one person that does, they're in the wrong. We can't do that. They're at fault for saying something to begin with, even if they're right. So I think, and even Tupac said this way long time ago. That's why a majority of industry niggas do not like Pac. You know what I
Mm,
mean? I'm just gonna
that's
be
true.
real. You know what I mean? Even Pac said this shit. He done gave the game to a lot of people. You know what I mean? But people do not realize this shit. You know?
Pac used to be on their neck, man.
Oh yeah,
Mine was
shit.
Black Panther. He said some real stuff, man. Rest in peace to Pop, man. Like, like for those who tuning in, man, y'all chopping it up, man, with Hawklyfe and Loud Mob, man, in the building, man. We just was
Yeah.
talking about a lot of current events, a lot of shit that's going on in the world, and just giving our take on it, man. And before we get out here, like I said, look at the bottom of the screen. You will see. You can follow me at Battle Rap Kingdom. You can follow my guy Lyrica at Lyric Crisis Lyra on YouTube, and his partner, his the other half who couldn't make it today, Tifa YZ at Tifa YZ on YouTube.
Yeah.
Tune in tonight, 10 p.m. We might start at 9. Tune in.
Oh yeah.
Listening party, loud my listening party. My guy gonna be back in the building, the commentary, and with me, and we're gonna talk about this music, man. We're gonna put on the dope listening party tonight. So
We in
tune
here.
in.
Hell
Shout
yeah.
out to my guy Chris Peewee. What's up with you, man? I see you in the comments. What's up with you? Uh, Definitely tune in for that tonight, man. If y'all missed any of the announcements, I'm gonna go run through them really quick. Like we said, we got the Chop Up the Podcast Award show coming in at the end of the year in December. At the end of the year, probably the beginning of December. Tune in for that. The concert, which is at the end of December. Sign up for that. Hit me in the DM. We need promoters, presenters, sponsors, performances. Hit me up for the link. You
Need
can hit me up.
everybody.
I'm gonna put the link at the end of this video. All the links. Make sure it's out there, man. Like I said, get with the movement, man. It's the road to 1,000. Like, comment, and subscribe. Cause when we get there, we going crazy. And like I said, thanks to everybody that been showing support on all the videos. This one included. This has been a true success video tonight today, and we gonna have more of these coming, man. More to chop it up, man. And even if you wanna be a guest on to come chop it up with us to talk about current events and shit like that, man, hit us up. You can hit Lyric up, you can hit me up, and we'll get you on the show. Actually, Chris Payway, since you're in the comments, I was supposed to have you come on as a special guest. So the next one we do, definitely have Chris Payway in the building. Talk and chop it up with him, man, and just talk the shits, man, like we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Chop It Up podcast, man. Tune in, like I said, 10 p.m. Loud Mob listening party. Very intimate event. It's going down, man. Tune in. Um, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Chifa, man. Shout out to my guy Lyrica, man.
Yeah. 1366. Fam Nom. You already know.
You already know, man. Loud Mob, Batter Up King, Chop It Up the podcast. He who wear the crown rules. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Debt to the cloud chaser. All that, man. Y'all knew. Y'all knew. Y'all knew what it is, man. Chop it up the podcast. Chop, chop, chop it up. That's tough.